think I'm here by myself. Well, yeah, I'm in the club by myself, but basically you just got me for now. The Americans are either working or in bed or some other shit. So right now it's just me. Hello everyone who, well, the one viewer it says let's join the stream. Sit back and relax and enjoy some Crovengate building. Hello guys. Well, you three that have just joined in the chat. So I might as well, since I've got time to explain stuff by myself. So the goal of Crowan's Gate for me is to use a lot of buildings I don't well, new buildings that I've not really used towns in the iOS before. Like I want most of the buildings to be stone, 100%. Just have a stone York kind of look. So I'm using these fancy new DW9 buildings. And do you know what? For years and years, I was actually trying to find a lot of buildings with these kind of color scheme and like kind of design. When I come across all these, it was like over 100. So it's quite mad. Got a lot to pick from. So I'm going to see what I mean. Fills in the gap perfectly. Bob is your inappropriate uncle. Now, the finicky part is it's the rears. So what I might do, I'm gonna try a retaining wall from CL. An asphalt though, yeah, we use an asphalt one. No, no. I need one flat on the ground. I don't know why this popped into my head, but Bill Hader is going to be the cat in the hat. Personally, nothing can top the Mike Myers one, but that's because that film is a classic.
Yeah, hello.
Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Hello, Eli.
What? Yeah, hello. Stream a bit early. Oh, yeah, hello, streamers. I'm not gonna be here for a little because I'm going in a swapper training. So it's a bit of a class right now, so I mean on that much until maybe after it's done.
Yeah, I just thought because I've just come home, I've had my like a late lunch. I just thought, yeah, because Jake's over. Well, yeah, Jake's sent over the
More Crovan's Gate.
thing, so I'm being eager to work on it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay attention to the stream, so yeah, like the YouTube stream I mean, but I'll probably tune in Discord.
I mean, the Discord one's better because it's actually live, whereas the YouTube one's delayed and shit. Not helpful, man. Not helpful.
Hello. Was
Oh, Aaron. Hello, Aaron.
hello.
I didn't realize it was you for a second. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very sick, so maybe that's why.
And I realized.
No,
Go on.
I'm
I'm in the middle of. I just came home and I'm gonna go out again in a second to go buy some groceries.
Oh,
But
just
I thought
did
I'd say
that.
hi.
Hello. Yeah, I did grocery shopping today as well. But
You
yeah,
gotta, man. It's like every day. You gotta do it.
no, pretty much. No, no, you're not wrong. It is everything because like I could go Aldi on a Sunday, get chicken breast and broccoli, blah 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 blah. And then it'll come to Monday, and I'm like, oh shit, I need some kidney beans or some garlic cloves, some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I also, for me, I in the place I lived before,
Mm,
the supermarket was in my building. So
mm,
very often, like right before closing time, I just like swoop in and get something. So I built up this habit of never buying anything in advance. I would always just buy it when I need it. And now I'm like, that doesn't work anymore.
yeah, yeah.
Also because in Germany, everything is closed on Sunday. And on the other days, they close at like 9 p.m. So very often I'm just
S-
like,
So
oh, okay.
wait. So you guys don't get you don't get shops open on a Sunday at all?
No, not at all.
That
It's
is
Lord's Day
shit.
time. Yeah, it is.
That
And I
is
don't get
shit.
like having lived in the Netherlands now, which is equally like a Christian country,
Yeah.
it still works. Like we can just have the shops open a little bit shorter on Sunday and then everyone can just take time off on a different day. It really frustrates me now having come back to Germany, but
I
it's
never.
it's
Wow.
the way it is.
I never knew Germany were open like that. That's serious.
Yeah, the freaks. But what really annoys me is compared to where I lived before, there were loads of nice little chip shops around. So
Yeah.
sometimes, after the gym, it's like 11 p.m. I'm like, you know what? Time for some fries.
Fries after the
And
gym, yeah.
yeah, you need that. Sometimes you need
that
that energy.
need that protein.
Yeah, that potato protein.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes I walk into the chip shop and I'd be like, falafel wrap, please. So,
Mm,
healthy option. Um, Actually, at the chip shop at my old place, they knew me so well that whenever I walked in, they were like, fries? And I was like,
mm,
yeah, please.
mm,
Um, and one time I walked in and they were like, "Did you order a falafel wrap?" And I was like, "No." And they were like, "Oh, someone called us to order a falafel wrap and we thought it was you." And I was like, "No, it's someone else." Um, but yeah, I really miss that, like being able to just walk home and just be like, you know what, fries.
mm,
Um, so I need to remember always now to buy fries to put
mm.
in the freezer, and then I can heat them up when I get home.
Yeah, I mean, well, heat up fries is a bit situational because sometimes it can just be nasty and soggy. And
Yeah, but I have a little air fryer, and they're pretty good when they come out of the air fryer.
yeah, everyone's on the F. I'm not, I think I'm like the last, but I'm not even got one yet. But I think I'm going to be the last person
You're
to
the
get.
last person in the world,
Oh yeah,
right?
definitely, definitely. It's all about me.
But I've been holding on to this information for like a week now, because last time when I was on here, we talked about the Belinda lights, I think they're called.
Oh,
Um,
Belisha beacons.
Belisha beacons, yeah.
Mm,
Well, Belinda light, Belisha beacon. Um, and we were talking about AJS kits,
yeah.
and I couldn't remember what AJS stands for. I remembered it was the name of the guy who came up with it,
Mm.
and I remembered that the A was for Andy, and I've since found out that the S is for Smith, and the J, I guess, is his middle name, like Homer. But what I also found out is that he's dead. The guy who made AJS Kids has been like dead for like 5 years. Like there's like a very sad post on like a trains forum somewhere where it's like this
Oh,
is this is Andy's brother, and he wanted you to know that he passed away. I mean he was like 70 or something, like he was an old guy.
oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
here's me,
And
here's me thinking at the time, some 21-year-old college student.
was a bro.
Yeah,
Well, the AJ's kids are like really old. They're like from like Trains '04 or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
So,
Well, even
I mean,
even these,
he wouldn't
even
have been
these.
21, but he would have been, younger than 60. Um, but yeah, it was really sweet because apparently his brother was like saying that Andy, before he passed away, made sure that because all the assets, like the AJS kit assets, they will obviously, as trains progresses, they might not work anymore. So
Yeah,
he like put things into motion that now there's other people taking care of the AJS kits
I
now that
thought
he's no
so. Yeah,
longer with us.
I thought so. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, some of them are not trained. They're better than trains at full quality. So I thought clearly
Yeah.
someone's.
And like the website, because there's an AJS kit website where you can look up like, because I mean the Belisha lights, it's pretty clear how to use them. But then like other things like the
Oh,
invisible station, he has like documentation on how to use it on the website, and like someone has to pay to keep that website running. So
do you
yeah, I
know?
thought that was really interesting.
Well, it's actually funny because you said, "Well, thank you for telling me that," because I've been meaning to sort something out. So the Belisha things, you can set them to be on or off.
Yeah.
And the problem is when I turn them off, when it comes to traffic light crossings, when I reload the route again, they reappear, and it just looks so big. There's too much going on. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
having
mean, I know he has like a whole traffic light system, like with like driving cars and stuff. So maybe
yeah,
that's what they're for. Also,
mm,
I wanted to find the post right now so I could read it to you. And what I typed into Google was AJS kids, but I spelled it as kids, like not as
fuck's
kid.
sake. Ah,
Because you were talking and you said, yeah, with the AJS kids. So my mind just went like, yeah, that's what it is. That's what they're called.
yeah, I don't want to grow up. I want to be an AJS kid.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, someone in the chat was asking, yeah, and Andy06 is his username, I think, and he is
Yeah.
indeed dead.
Oh, I
So
know that
sorry to
is.
break it to you guys, but yeah,
It's mad. But yeah, I'm using all these. Speaking of trains assets, on a lighter note, um, I'm using all
yeah,
these DW9 buildings now, which are very stony and there's
yeah. Oh, I really like that. This is not what you're talking about, but I really like that housing area behind where you were just. Oh,
this
that camera is really well placed. The
should be the camera should be okay. Um,
this one with the little courtyard, I like that. That's a nice little area.
I'm gonna
Rip it up.
no. What? No, what's bothering me? They need space. If we're gonna have a load of terraces, yeah, I'm gonna have to rip it up because
But I
like,
think the vision is that this is like the shitty place where all the working people live.
so they don't have back gardens. They just have back
No,
streets of.
yeah, they don't get nice things.
Okay, okay. Well, I
You
was
should you should lean in and make it like really shitty.
obviously you can tell what this is, right?
No. Oh, right, yeah. That's yeah. Does Privet Drive go up like that? Is it on a hill?
No, if anything, it descends. But
Wow.
the original does because the original
Ain't that
was,
the truth about HP?
mm, but the original was filmed on a proper street, and then
Proper street mate. Well, do you have the little car?
the Anglia, yeah,
The floating car?
yeah. We'll cross that viaduct when we get to it. But
Uh,
you like that one, didn't you?
I did. See, we just have similar humor, Ty.
Just dad, dad humor. I love
Yeah, to be
dad
fair.
humor. That he was
I
great.
can't find the original post now.
I can't believe it. That's
Oh, well, the post is by. So you know how Andy has the username Andy06?
right.
Or had, I guess. And
I
his brother, who made the post, his username is Steve06. So that's nice.
okay.
But yeah, the post was from 2016. So he's been dead for a bit, and he was 46 when he died. No, 64. Jesus, sorry, I was in German maths brain.
I know you're saying you
64.
said 70 before. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, he's 60. He was 64, and so it says my brother died on Thursday. He had complained on Wednesday that he didn't feel well, so it was sudden, I guess. It wasn't like an illness. And when he couldn't be contacted on Thursday, Anna, his ex-wife, called the police. They broke in and found him in bed. He was 64.
Fuck.
So think about that when you're
Mm,
placing down those AJS kids.
fucking
Every
hell.
time you do it now, you have to like send a little prayer for Andy.
Well, I was thinking maybe we should use a lot more of the assets out of respect, to be honest.
We should put a memorial for him.
Do you know what? Honestly, that's real, because honestly, he's provided.
He really has.
Yeah, he's provided so much for this whole thing, to be honest.
I mean, when I was using trains originally, I always thought the AJS kids assets were like official
Mm,
trains things. And also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the script that the SI3D engines used to run on before we had the fancy script with the eye movement. But like the script when you click on the engines and there's like all those blue menus.
mm.
That's AJS.
That reminds me,
So
I've got. I'll show you this Thomas. I was meant to do this, right?
Thomas, he's the cheeky one. Oh, why is your Crovan's gate so orange? Is that a new building?
It's a new building, yeah.
Okay, it's Thomas.
Um,
He's the leader. Did you know that?
he's not. He's a prick.
Yes, that's not how the song goes, Ty.
Thomas, you're a prick.
Yeah, what are you gonna show me?
Just going to drive mode quickly.
Driver for a fiver.
Driver for a fiver. Because this is like, I think, well, I don't know what site this Thomas is from, but
Well, we'll tell you in the name, surely.
I don't know what TTJ is. I forgot. There's so many
TT.
sites. There's Ravenshire. There's this. There's
That's
that.
true.
I forget.
This is why SI3D needs to come back. Oh, he's all smoky. He's all Smoky Joe. I never got what those smoke settings are for.
What all these?
Yeah, they don't do anything
They
when I
do.
change them.
Depends because there's so many.
But like, how are you meant to know which one does
Yeah,
what?
yeah. No, that's the problem I have. You find it eventually.
This is bad game design.
It's trains though, isn't it? It's still quite codey the way you have to do shit.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
I have been thinking if I now, now that I have 2 coding degrees, if
Hmm.
I would be able to understand transcript, and also if you just throw it into ChatGPT, if ChatGPT would be able to do it.
Okay, so check this out.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, Ty. This is all of them do this.
Do they?
Yeah, all the new. Well, I guess all the ones that are for 19. Most of them do it. So
Okay.
it's new to you. If you have
It
a video
is.
game controller, like a
Oh, fuck off. Do that now. 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 Do that. A minute.
Dan told me about this. I haven't tried it yet.
Where's I the PS4 controller? Exactly.
I mean, it has to work with your computer.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, someone in chat says it's Liam's model.
Yeah, it is Liam's model, but I always forget what TTJ is.
It's Liam's website, I guess. I don't even know who Liam is, to be honest.
How does this work?
I don't know. Dan told me about it. That if you plug it in, maybe Dan was lying.
Um,
Yeah, but what I don't like about the eye movement thing is that if you now like close it and then if you
yeah.
open it again, it goes back to like the starting position. Not a fan of that. But it is fun to do, and I also I usually have it open the whole time, and then I just make the trains look at something.
I was trying to do the animation thing doesn't work where you animate the eyes.
No, for that you have to use the other thing. Like there's two settings, right? Like
Uh,
if you click on the normal eye, you still have the normal eye setting as on the other one.
right.
But yeah, that's pretty fun. Yeah, there's a way to do it with the joystick, but I don't know how. At least that's I can only tell you what Dan told me in Wales.
In Wales.
Maybe someone in chat will know. Can you at home tell us how to do the joystick thing?
Rev up those flyers because
So how come you moved to Crovengate? Isn't there
right.
like a bit in the middle between Kelsthorpe and Crovengate?
Oh, I've done all my shit on that. I'll show you that now.
Oh, what about Big Dipper?
Done it.
What?
Most of them are good.
Chai, I think you need to stop waiting for everyone else to do a merge and just start sending out updates yourself. Because if I compare the route as it is on your stream, I mean, I'm being really like, a gimme pig right now because everyone else obviously doesn't even have any version of the route. But still, it's so much further than the one I have.
Well, put it this way. I've got to that point where I can get towns done in like a week or less.
Yeah.
So this, because me and Jake knew that we had to kind of polish up Crovensgate Town with like new splines, and especially when we put all the new roads down, it was all fucked, like it was all crazy looking. So I had to raise a lot of them, fix it back up, put new pavements
Yeah.
down, all of that.
Oh, by the way, someone in chat says that the Joy controller thing, you have to set it up in the settings. It doesn't just automatically work.
Okay. But yeah, but because Jake's done most of the wharf now, it's still not 100%, but most of it's done.
Yeah.
So we said when he's got about at least 90% of it done, you send this over to me, and I'll just basically.
I'm starting to believe that this route might get finished.
Oh yeah, well, if this June, maybe.
You heard it here first, people.
No, you didn't. I shouldn't have
June,
said.
maybe.
I feel like Hagrid now. I should have said that.
we have a big maybe. Well, I guess the big thing is still the other half of Titmouth.
Yeah, the loop line. That's.
And we can't release anything until Kronk Zoo is done. So, although it would be funny if you just release it and Kronk Zoo is just like just under construction.
Right, yeah, the in between part, like Kildane, yeah. So I've done. This is like a combination of, let's say, mine and Jake Carson's work.
Right.
So it says campaign.
Oh yeah, let's have this out. Go to Marin.
Why?
I'll show you what I mean. What I was messaging you the other day. Oh well, rather go to go to Marin. Right. So Marin is obviously 2 tracks when you go through the station.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to the station, you want to be on the left track. So now let's go back and see at what point would it be possible to switch from the middle track. No, go back to Gordon's Hill, like that direction, and let's see where would it be possible to switch from the middle track to the left track. And on my version, it's not possible. You can never get back on the left track. Like here, you can go on the right track from the middle track, but you can't go the other way. See? It's impossible.
Oh, so you wanted me to put something there?
For example.
Ah.
I just found it weird, like from before Wellsworth, I think, or like maybe just after Wellsworth, it's impossible to ever get back on the leftmost track, which I found really weird. Because there's like 3 opportunities to go to the right track, but like none to go to the left track.
I get it, man.
Yeah. So now it's all better.
I recently updated mine, so this isn't it's not Sean's model anymore. This is Benny's.
Mm-hmm.
And I used
Oh, is this a new? Oh, interesting. It's so brown compared to the other one.
I used these basically I put flower beds down and started to
That's nice. I like them.
yeah.
Is the platform spline or is it part of the building?
Spline.
Oh,
Mm. So we
everything's a spline these days.
splines is the way forward. It's like making
Yeah,
things for CGI.
spline supremacy.
Um,
But yeah, someone in chat was saying, "Holy cow, that's a big map," and fella, it's gonna get even bigger. It's not even its final form.
no, no. We still got Crovan and Lion and Brendan and yeah. Oh yeah, I recently did this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you said something about like Edward's line. You added some baseboards.
Yeah, so I added some baseboards of like countryside and copied and pasted some
Yeah,
fields and stuff because it was like so weird looking.
that's nice.
I had to do that. So
Oh, I have another question actually. The other day
mm,
I was watching a different stream that you did,
mm,
and I saw you put down like some textures. And you know how in the texture menu, oh wait, I should go back to the Discord. I'm looking on the stream.
mm.
On the texture menu, there's like the little oh, what's the English word for this? Compass, which puts down like which direction the texture is facing. And I saw you like place a texture, and the compass was like spinning the whole time.
Yeah,
That shit was crazy.
yeah.
How'd you do that?
Brackets. Square
Whoa,
bracket.
this is some real
Yeah.
brains, advanced.
Yeah.
I, I bet Andy JS didn't know about that.
You're going to hell. You're definitely going to hell.
Well, he was always like doing
Oh,
buildings and stuff.
you're going to hell, man. That's what I took. Um, wait, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was. Oh,
You were doing well. You were showing me initially all the nice things, but before that, you were doing Crovengate.
yeah. Some of these cars that Jake uses, I really don't like them.
Yeah.
It's there.
Oh, that's something's gone wrong there.
Oh, it'll load up. There it goes. Okay, there.
Someone in chat asks if there will be the diesel works, and I have to say, I don't know because I'm not the map person. That's Jake. but I certainly would like there to be a diesel works. So I will bully him, and with bully I mean I will gently suggest it. Oh, I love that house with that house just printed on. What's that about?
This, yeah, right. The downfall to the DWI building is that fucking the texture.
Like go back to where you just put down that red van,
Fine, I'll change
and
it.
then there's a house, and the house just has another house printed on. I'm like, come on. See, now whenever you place down a house or like anything, like this one for example, it has DW9 in front of it.
Mm.
And now I'm like, who's that? Are they still alive? It makes you think about mortality and everything.
There's that one really thin townhouse, isn't it?
Like one day someone will have to post on the official SI3D remembrance forums that Aaron of the German engine has sadly passed away at the age of 32, and you may remember him fondly from the SI3D churches.
Dun 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 dun. Dun,
Exactly.
dun, dun, dun.
Right there.
They will play that at my funeral.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh god, what they play at my funeral for? I worry.
Oh, Ty, actually, I'm so many things that I'm just sitting on for whenever we talk to each other next. Do you know the song "Take the A Train"?
I think I do.
I have a theory that "Take the A Train" is what the Thomas theme is based on,
I've heard this theory before.
because it does the same thing of starting in on like a C or a G or whatever it is, and then going up and then going down to a different key. And I heard it the other day and I was like, that's the weird Thomas chord change. And to the person in the chat, no, Andy died like 6 years ago, but me and Ty only found out about it very recently.
Yeah, I've heard
To
that.
be honest, maybe I knew it before already and I forgot.
I've heard this theory before. I'm
Yeah.
not. It's like people say Mr. Booze is Gordon.
No, I would never say that. But I think it's pretty likely that when the guys were making like, oh, what should we make? What should we base our music for this train show on? They thought, well, what classical music is there that's train related? And then they
Mm,
heard, oh, take the A train,
yeah, that
and we're
makes a
like,
lot of
we can work
sense.
with that. Because the bit in the Thomas theme where it goes from like
Oh,
G
from like
to
C major to like E flat, I think.
well, yeah, it changes key like
Mm,
on the second, on the third
no,
bar.
I think it's. I think it's A flat. I think it's A flat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Take the A Train does the same thing, and it seems just like a kind of a coincidence that it does the same party trick and it's also train related.
Coincidence? I think not.
Oh,
So
birdie me! This little rat is guilty.
I don't know. Next time I meet Sean or Sam, I will ask them, and they will know because they know these things.
Yeah.
And then I'll ask Sam if he knows who Andy06 is. This is now the official Andy06 memorial stream. It's sad.
Yeah.
God damn it, Jake! You and his gravel squad.
Right, Ty. Now here's the last thing that I wanted to mention to you.
Mm.
I have to get the link. Give me a sec. Yeah, I put it in live stream chat. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Fucking hell. That's bad.
That's bad. This
Oh,
is meaningless for anyone on the live stream chat.
oh god.
And I'm
That's
not sure if it would be worth it to explain it for the audience, but
I, I, I don't know. I don't. That's so good. I don't know what to say about it.
right?
I don't know what to say. That's fucking genius. Darts bed.
That's bad.
Ah. Oh god.
So quickly for the folks on the live stream, there's a very famous bit in The Simpsons where Lisa pulls in Bart and she's like, "Mom, Dad, Bart's dead," and this has become like a
Dead
meme.
serious about going to itchy crest scratching. Sorry. Oh.
Exactly. And last time I was on the stream with Ty, I was talking about spoonerisms, and then I remembered that there's this very funny spoonerism where someone has swapped Bart's dead to be Dart's bed and made a picture of it. And that's really all there is. You had to be there, you had to see it.
You gotta be there, man. You gotta be
You
there.
had to be
Yeah,
there.
you just have to. Yeah, you just have to be there.
This is just, well, let me turn this around to a positive. If you want to experience funny memes like this, you need to subscribe to Ty's Patreon so that you too can be on the Ty's Patreon Discord server and see me post my shitty memes.
And like for a free iPhone 4.
Call now.
Why not? Sorry, Jake. Let's get rid of this building
Yeah.
because it's French.
God damn it, Jake.
Oui, just a croissant.
No, not even that. No, that's just because trying to keep with the strict theme of British buildings.
I
Um,
got you. Yeah.
Oh, so I just scrolled down further in the Andy06 thread,
hmm,
and I found out that Steve06, who is Andy06's brother, is
died
the
as well.
person who made trains,
Hmm?
Oh.
right?
Now this makes sense why Andy had so much power.
Exactly. So now I feel less bad. I'm like, it's nepotism, if anything.
You bastard.
He had it coming.
Wow. Wow. You heard it there. Aaron is a sadist. Yeah.
But it's also funny to think that it's just one guy who made trains.
AW9 image. Let's go.
Also, now I'm like, well, maybe since Steve came up with it, maybe he sold trains to someone else since then. But now I'm like, come on, if it's your own brother, make a bigger deal out of it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Like, where's the Andy06 memorial asset? But yeah, the more you know, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I've redone the buildings. I love these DW9 kind of colleges are very, very good for like these rural kind of spaces. Um, Wake up. Do this. Die.
Who died?
Andy.
Driveway of the.
So if anyone is a sadist like me, there are some great comments in the thread about Andy, which are clearly very sincere, but do have a certain funny quality to them. But I will not read them out because I think even I think that's taking it too far. I'll save that for when it's just me and Ty and maybe some other people,
Or if it's off stream, maybe.
or that maybe that. That's basically what I meant.
I love how these streams as Thomas taking and rebuilding the most fucked up conversations come along. I think it's mental.
Hey! I'm doing groundbreaking journalism. Did you know
It's
who the brother of Andy 06 was before today, Ty?
no, I didn't actually, to be honest.
See, you don't even know. You've been using the man's assets for years,
Sounds
and you
wrong.
never even stopped to think. I think we need to get out one of those AJS Kids platform signs and put it somewhere and put like "Gone but not forgotten" or something.
I was gonna do. I mean, we do something like it.
Yeah.
More of this entire. More of this one. This is very click nice.
I even propose that any train's engine made since 2016 should have in the cab should have a little golden plaque. I think that's the least we can do.
No, I definitely think some sort of plaque or something like that should be.
Yeah,
should
no,
be-
in fairness, it's clearly very sad, but also it was a few years ago now, so I think is fine. And to make myself feel better, I will point out that at some point the thread on Andy stops being about people expressing their condolences and instead turns into people asking how to fix assets.
Fuck's sake.
Come on, come on, come on.
For fuck's sake, man. I can't deal with this.
Who's
I can't deal
gonna come on?
with
Signal box 03 is faulty.
Binkle socks.
Someone get his wife to do it.
Excuse me, could you wake up your husband and hello? Hello, it's broken. Come on, come on. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, come on. Okay.
See, now I feel better. Now all those things I said, tame in comparison. At least I'm not going around being like, well, yeah, but I mean, it's sad news, but come on. Assets broken. Time to move on.
You
God.
can't you cannot get more trains community than that. You really can't. You that no, you wow. Shame on you lot for that. Shame on you lot. Awful. Slightly funny, but awful.
See, now I feel like I can reveal the comment I didn't want to read out earlier,
Go on.
which was someone saying, "Oh, it's so sad. I've used the superscript for the last 6 years. It's always such a good fit for my logos," which is slightly it's well intentioned and comes out slightly bad, but it's nowhere near close to someone going. Anyways, signal box 06 needs fixing.
Jesus Christ. Mental.
That's
fucked.
well, anyway, RIP.
PIR.
Yeah.
Shit.
I am curious now. Why? Because Trains 04, I think, is the first one.
Yeah.
So why is he called Andy 06? And why is his brother called Steve 06?
They might have had old usernames and the 04. They might have had to make new ones, maybe.
Maybe.
I've done that.
You know what? I actually do have a theory on that.
Yeah.
It could be their actual real names.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they are brothers, so it's clearly their last name. I mean, that's pretty good theory, but we already know that Andy's last name is Smith, so.
Yeah.
I thought his last name was 06.
Well, it depends, I think. I think one is his legal name, and I think Smith is just a name he uses online.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you know what I mean? Phony. I mean, Smith's not a proper name.
I'm also confused because I always thought Andy 06 was German, but Trains is Australian, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You forget the 3V is a down under company.
it comes from a land down under.
Goes that payment then fixed. Oh shit. Be gone. Move. Shit. There we go.
AJ has kids. I'm trying to find the AJ's site now, but I can't find it. I got it. I got it. Oh, I tried to look at the documentation for the Belisha lights, but it says access denied.
Bye, Belisha.
By Belisha herself. Well, I say herself, but the person that I looked up everything after the last stream.
Yeah, who's
The
Belisha?
person that Belisha lights are named after is a guy, and I think he was Britain's. Do you have a traffic secretary? Something like that at some point.
Uh, I don't know.
Let's look it up right now. So his name is Leslie Belisha, Baron,
Right.
and he was a British Liberal, National Liberal Member of Parliament and Cabinet Minister, but later he joined the Conservative Party. He proved highly successful in modernizing the British road system in 1934 till 1937 as Minister of Transport. Oh, and then afterwards he was War Secretary. Isn't that nice? And then they removed him, and some people think he was removed because of anti-Semitism. And all this lives on in trains. There's also a card game called Belisha, which is meant to teach road safety to children.
Interesting.
There's also a website called belishabeacons.com. And when you go to the website, you're greeted with a couple of Belisha beacons that just sort of spin. Like they're like CGI Belisha beacons.
CGI series.
Oh, and someone in chat says, someone by the name of David Russell, yeah, I will call you out by name. David Russell says, you both remind me of Trampy. And I don't know what is meant by that. Who is Trampy?
The guy that does
Oh,
the
that guy. Oh, yeah. Well, he's
yeah.
upset. No, sorry, go on.
I don't know how, probably just because we're just cynical. But
It's just because we're having natural dialogue. Just friendly banter
family
among
Fanta.
two people who've known each other for probably now over 10 years.
About 12 years.
Yeah. Probably more. Yeah, 12 years is probably close enough. I was
Yeah.
thinking in my head when.
Maybe 13 to be honest though.
Well, the 012 models
Mm,
clearly came out sometime around 2012, but I think it
yeah.
was a few years after.
I'm trying to remember now because I do remember it was the 'cause I don't think it was called after the year. I think it's because they got optimized for the
Yeah, no, it
game.
was for the game, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
obviously. Well, I know I started talking to Ben around 2011, so maybe
Mm,
2012 I was already talking to you. I don't know. Because also the two models when I was part of SI3D, but
mm,
obviously we knew each other before we both joined SI3D.
mm.
In the Sudrian, no, what was the name?
Such a community.
No, community, yeah.
Mm.
Sudrian community days.
The thing I'm glad about doing this term is most of the framework has done. It's not really
I
took
really
too.
like that corner building, the sort of flat iron knockoff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting actually.
Yeah.
Fits very well.
Yeah.
But does mean a lot. Oh, he's not like no wider.
Hi, what's your favorite steps asset to use?
I don't know. I found these ones recently. The ones I'm using right now.
They're pretty good. They're
Yeah.
pretty good steps. I remember there are like some steps in trains that are like really narrow.
Yeah, the tall ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like what's that about?
They're really good for like alleyways and super intricate like small spaces and gardens and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and they're
always
very
associate them with like docks.
yeah, like like the wall next to the sea. You've got little steps that you can go down to the boat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kyle Eaton says, Satrian communities, those were the days. I still remember that Scruffy they made and that promo of him they made. I say I can't even remember which character Scruffy is. Who's he? Is he the green one?
There's a character in Stems right now. Every time I look at him, Loki's very scruffy.
Oh, Ty, you've gone very quiet all of a sudden.
Oh, I said, what about now?
Yeah, now it's back to normal.
Oh, yes, because I was away from the mic.
Oh, Scruffy is the truck. Ah, fake fan, clearly. Well, for context for everyone in the chat, so I can defend myself, when I was a kid, I was only exposed to season 1 of Thomas and Tatna. That's all I saw. So I don't know about Scruffy. I only learned about him later in life. And like Oliver, all those people, don't know them. They're not my gang. But yeah, Ben did make a Scruffy. I remember now.
Oh, yeah, that Scruffy's years old. I remember that one.
Yeah. I think Ben even made the new Scruffy as well, the SF3D one, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, you know.
Because every now and then Ben would just like run into a room and be like, hey guys, I made a whole model without telling anyone. And it's just like, bleh.
Gromit.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gromit.
exactly. He would grom it up like a CGI Thomas or something.
I want,
And be
I
like,
want,
we'd
I
be
want
like,
his Gromit
thanks,
model.
Ben. We'll put it on the fridge with the others.
What's that? Right back.
And now it's just me and you guys in the chat. How's everyone doing? Oh, now I have to wait like 5 seconds till you guys can respond to me. Kyle says he's good. That's lovely to hear. Have any of you seen, I guess, Thomas Horror Story Jack and Jill? No, but I think there's a sitcom called Jack and Jill, if I'm not mistaken. It rings a bell, but I think I'm not thinking of a Thomas thing. Oh no, it's not a sitcom, it's a movie. And it's also obviously a nursery rhyme. But no, I haven't, David Russell. Would you recommend it? Would you recommend that I check out Jack and Jill? What's it about?
Let's see. A bit more people this term.
Someone in chat asked, are there any plans to do the Coldie Fell Railway, as
Yeah.
well as other branch lines besides Thomas and Edwards, such
Every
as
line-
Kirk Ronan
Every
and
line's
Peel
getting done.
Godred?
Every line's getting done. How many times do we have to say this?
Everything. Anything that you can conceive of,
Yeah.
except Misty Island, I think.
Yeah, this,
We'll
this
be there.
shit like that. The rescue center. No, we're not doing that.
I'm sad about the rescue center. Misty Island, I can understand.
Why are you sad about the rescue center?
I like the rescue center.
But it looks dumb.
Oh, all right.
It does look dumb.
And I guess the Steamworks is the height of realism.
To be honest.
How is the Skalloy Railway going? Well, I think so far the Skalloy Railway is pretty small. It's I think there's Crovengate, and then there's a little bit of line, and maybe a little yard.
Yeah, the Scarlevy's not really been done properly
And the
yet.
wharf, if you want to count that as part of the Skalloy Railway.
Hmm.
Oh, Ty, you need to fix some of those splines. I was watching on the stream. I was delayed. There, on the other side of the church where the steps go down, and then if you go to the other side of the street, also those steps are pretty weird. They go up and then they go down again. But like if you go to where that's funny.
I can see why Jake's done that.
Because he's a little joker.
He's making the best out of a bad situation, which is the small asset.
Yeah.
Great,
no, I was
though.
gonna say there is, if you go on the opposite side of those steps, on the other side of the road, there's a wall spline, and the wall spline is kind of fucked up.
Where? You mean, oh, this?
No. So go back to where the stairs are. And now imagine yourself, you're coming down the steps from the church and you're crossing the road. There.
Oh, yeah. That's why this whole spine's
There,
getting.
right
Actually,
Have arrived.
let me do this. Let me do a bit of cassette replace because I don't. I like this spline when it's used
This always fucking happens.
properly, but a lot of the time you can't use it properly.
That's the wrong thing. Hello.
Hello.
I have arrived and can hear you guys now.
Yeah, and we could hear you, but I don't know if you could hear us.
No, I couldn't hear you guys because it was set to the wrong. The Discord's output was set to the wrong thing.
Yeah, you were pretty angry about that.
I give me a second here. Yeah, I used the F word like a sentence.
Like
condiment. Like a sentence condiment.
Sentence
I
enhancers.
wasn't actually really angry.
This also reminds me, Ty, why do you have a statue of Lenin in your pick list?
Because it looks like a generic statue. It's probably not supposed to be like anything.
We need to
Ty,
get
what
more
you have to do
statues.
clearly is plop down the statue of Lenin and then put a plate in front of it that says "Gone but not forgotten" and the 06.
God damn it.
I do. He was pretty good making stuff.
Okay, well, there's other people here now, so I can go to the store. I assume Ty will still be streaming once I've had my dinner, but if not, I'll see you around, Ty.
All right, nice chatting to you, Aaron.
What?
Did you say question for me?
No, no, just a nice chat to you, Aaron.
Okay. Things are weird. I'm going to switch to my other headphones because there's a weird like feedback sound. So I'm gonna switch to my other headphones. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, let's see if that's any better.
Yeah, that's much clearer.
And the sound back to the God, it's still really weird. There's like a buzzing. Oh well.
Yeah, that was there a little bit ago.
Oh, I don't hear it anymore. The buzzing.
No, no, it's gone now.
Okay. That car is parked badly. Driver's behaving badly. Is that a what is that? That's a
Hillman. Yeah.
you little minx. Sorry though.
I mean, you're correct.
That it was awkward? Yes, I am very correct.
No, 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 no. Have you not seen the name of the car?
Yeah, no, I know it's a minx, but
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
said you little minx, and it got awkward.
No, that's what I mean. No, that's what I mean. It's like it isn't. Why is Jake using the Ford Anglia so freely? No, Jake, it's a Harry Potter car.
It's an Easter egg. He's using it as an Easter egg.
No, no, no,
Oh,
because because it's gone.
yeah, anyway. So the Riley RMAs, Jay Holland made those, but like most of the ones that are on the download station,
Yeah,
because like so the way those worked were there was a bunch of liveries that you had to make yourself.
yeah.
All the ones except for the red one, no, the green one that are the green RMA one and then the red RMD were the original ones, and then the other ones I put on the download station. If you see Blue Star Jogger on the download station, that's my download station username.
Okay, okay. So are these like your versions or something?
Yeah, so if you go into the search menu and you search author Blue Star Jogger, that's all my stuff,
Right.
and most of it is just reskins of Jay Holland stuff. And so all my usernames are references to other things. So like Blue Bob-omb is my Mario series character. Blue Star Jogger is a reference to Homestar Runner. And then my other username that I don't really use much anymore is Wind Up Key, and that was my Pony OC.
Okay.
Which was Blue Bob-omb as a pony, basically.
Okay.
Hence why Wind Up Key, because he had like a Bob-omb's Wind Up Key on his ass.
Okay.
You know, as a cutie mark.
It's funny. Hello. This works. Nice. I like that. I like that pen. I like that a lot. Some
I was playing the original Mafia recently because I wanted to play with the cars that aren't in Mafia Definitive Edition, and it reminded me that there's so many assets from like Trains 06 maybe that were like based on Mafia City of Lost Heaven. it's amazing. Like there's so many because there was a big project that kind of fell off that was supposed to be like, hey, we're making Lost Heaven in trains, and then it just never happened.
Really?
Yeah, a bunch of people were making assets to make Lost Heaven in trains, and then it never happened, which was a shame because that would be awesome. I love Lost Heaven. Lost Heaven is one of the greatest fictional cities in all of video gaming.
It's got enough of a cold hog.
I said gaming. I said gaming, and you know it. In fact, if you might even have one of them. Look up old timer just search up old timer. I think it's all one word.
Nope.
You still have pillar in content search filler.
Yeah.
Search filter. Oh no, apparently you don't. Yeah, it might not be one word, but it's the asset called old timer is the red Schubert 6, which is like one of the cars from the game, and it's pretty cool. That it's a really simplified version of it. It's like one of the LOD versions of it, but just the fact that it's in trains is kind of cool. Actually, look up that asset.
Willow 24, goodbye, you are disgusting.
All right, I'm back. What have I missed?
Not much.
Me talking about Mafia,
Oh yeah.
City of Lost Heaven. Pretty much.
Mm.
That's pretty much all you missed. Oh my god, it's so old. That asset I was talking about is from Train Service Pack 3.
Is this like Trains Classics or something?
Yeah, Train Service Pack 3.
Aren't most of like the cars that we use from that though? I swear they are.
Yeah, here's the image of it, and it's the Schubert 6 from Mafia um City of Lost Heaven in red. I'm just gonna try and just drop the image in there. No, okay. Copy image. That's the image of the asset. Like the thumbnail of the asset.
Mm.
Man, there were so many good cars in the original Mafia. There's great cars in Mafia Definitive Edition, but god, it's just like they chopped out half of them for Mafia Definitive Edition. Oh, the Google Doodle today is cherry blossoms. I like that. That's nice. I like cherry blossoms.
Springtime, innit?
Spring is here, I hear.
These old ugly headstones, that's because they are musty. What we do have is some great graveyard spines, which is a bit sick, but
Does anybody in the chat, in the stream right now, like Pikmin? Pikmin fans in the... Man, what is with my audio right now? Pikmin fans? Yes? No? Maybe so? Sorry. I'll have to call us.
Oh shit. Stone.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I see. Whatever. Just. Oof. Excuse me, I had the hiccups then.
That's a bit fucking annoying, isn't it? Fucking hate it so much.
Oh god, I know they're the worst. I'll
Yeah.
try and get rid of
Ah. Let's put a wall here to separate the arc a little bit.
Okay, I think they're gone.
Oh, they'll come back.
No, they're gone. They're gone.
Yep.
Alright, I am now back with food.
With who?
Yeah,
There's,
I'm having lasagna.
there's like,
Zogna. Who are you,
everyone,
Garfield?
everyone loves a bit of lasagna.
Maybe.
Maybe. Fat old cat.
Milbury.
Ba-ba-da-bop. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-bop-da. So I have a question that may be
What
silly.
up?
I mean it's silly in a way. Does it make sense for there to be in 19 well, it's okay, so this is kind of a okay. Does it make sense in 1950 I have to double check my date here. In 1952 for there to be a group of workmen on Sodor to all have been American transplants. Does that make sense? First of all,
Hmm?
okay, and then does it also make sense for them to name engines on the Peel Godred after American electric guitar players, like electric guitar pioneers, because that's part of like my lore for the Peel Godred is that they're it's just been modernized, quote unquote, to Woodhead standards, and the 5 engines on it are all named after electric guitar pioneers from America. And the only way I can make that make sense is that like they're not named by Sir Topham Hatt, they're named by a bunch of workmen who moved to Sodor from America. So does that make any sense, or do I have to like?
No, I get that because it's like, hey, let's call this engine Jimmy, man. Or
Well, it's
I know
Big Bill
Hendrix
Broonsky.
wasn't a pioneer, but he's iconic enough to
No,
say.
it's Big Bill Broonsky, Floyd Guitar Smith,
Right.
Les Paul, Charlie Christian, and one of them's female, so it's Rosetta's sister, Rosetta Tharpe.
Wait, did you say one of those guys was actually called Guitar?
Yeah, one of them's Floyd Guitar Smith because he was like the first guy to start playing electric guitar.
Mm.
It's way in the 30s.
Wait, so what would wait. So were they always called guitars though?
Yeah, they were always called guitars because it was, so no, his name is he was nicknamed Floyd Guitar Smith. So they
Uh,
were always called guitars, and then he got the nickname Guitar Smith.
yeah, because locksmith, blacksmith, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So, but he was one of the first guys to electrify the guitar.
Yeah,
Um, and then you know who Les Paul is
yeah,
because there's a body, an electric guitar body,
yeah.
shape
I've got one.
named after his design for the guitar.
Yeah,
And then
I've got a cheap
Big
one.
Bill Brunsey, and then Charlie Christian, who is probably the most obscure of those guys. And then Sister Rosetta Tharpe was like the godmother of rock and roll.
Mm.
Like most of these guys all did jazz or blues, and then Sister Rosetta Tharpe was like the godmother of rock and roll. So like these are all pretty big names.
Yeah.
And most of these guys played in like the 30s and 40s. Floyd Guitar Smith played in like the 20s. And yeah, it was always the guitar. The guitar goes back to like the 18th century, I want to say, maybe the 17th century is how
Mm.
old the guitar is. Like, and then even the roots of the guitar goes back to the mandolin, which is like,
Oh yeah, and the lute.
and the lute, which are like medieval instruments. Yeah, the
Mm.
mandolin is like a little bit more recent than the lute, but the lute is, you know,
Yeah.
medieval.
Yeah, the lute is very ancient.
Yeah, the lute is ancient, and then the mandolin uh, is a little bit more recent. But the is musical instruments are so cool. I love musical instrument history. It's very cool. Um, uh, 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 I love, one of the things I love the most is the history of mechanical instruments. So like instruments,
Oh yeah.
musical
What?
instruments that play themselves. Those are always really cool.
Oh, oh
Like
yeah, like
like
player pianos.
player pianos and or um uh um mechanical orchestras like
Yeah.
I was talking about orchestrons the other day.
Oh yeah.
Uh um those are really cool, like organs that have like uh
Yeah.
you know um strings that play themselves. Like the mandolin is a big part of an orchestron. uh
Oh yeah.
it's just like a little pluck that plays a mandolin, it mechanically. That's so cool. Just anything that has a roll, like that has a roll that you insert into it, and then it plays music based off of the little holes in the roll. It's really cool. Just something about music that plays itself is very cool.
Ooh, you know what? There is another mechanical music instrument. I do know that's pretty cool.
Do you
The
know
mu-
the name of it?
the music box.
Oh, music boxes are very cool. Um, I have a music box of Pachelbel's Canon in D that is like 3 parts of it. So instead of just like you wind it up and it plays once, you wind it up and it plays and then it shifts slightly and then plays another
Yeah,
part and then it shifts slightly and then it plays another part and then shifts back to the start and then starts over. It's very cool.
yeah.
It's a 3-part music box. It's very cool. Um, it's very interesting the design of the actual case of the music box. It's Pachelbel's Canon in D is very European song, but the design of the music box is very Asian influenced for some reason. It's got like a Japanese fish design to like the feet of the music box. So I'm very curious if it was um, built in Japan. So just the fact that it's got kind of like a little Asian influence in the build, very very
Yeah.
interesting. I like Calliopes. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Calliope.
Calliopes, actually.
Calliope, yeah.
Calliopes.
Oh yeah.
I'm one of those people who like reads a lot or used to read a lot. I still read a lot, but I don't read books a lot. But like, um, when I read,
Stuff.
I pick up on words and then like I never hear them until I hear them, and I'm like, nice redundancy there. But I'll say a word and everybody will stare at me like I've got 2 heads, and then I go, what? And it's because I've just pronounced a word incorrectly that I've only read 1,000 times and never heard. And and finally somebody goes, "Do you mean blank?" And I'm like, "Oh, is that how it's pronounced?" So like it's I'm one of those types of people that
Mm,
you know has a huge vocabulary that doesn't know how to pronounce it.
I get you. Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I heard that both Calliope and Callilope are basically just two pronunciations,
Yeah, it's
but
one
they're
of those
correct
words
though.
that doesn't really have a correct pronunciation that can happen. Um, I think it's supposed to be Calliope because Calliope is how you pronounce the namesake, which is the
Yeah.
a goddess of music in an old, you know,
Yeah.
uh, um, multi deity, some weird, not that
Hmm.
any old,
Yeah.
some ancient uh, religion, like
Yeah.
maybe Greek or Roman or something like that. But
Or
I
Spain.
think she's the. Let me actually look that up because I'm curious now.
Yeah. I think you know what? Now that we bring up this instrument, I remember. Okay, so do you remember Mickey's Fun Songs?
Uh,
It's like a spin-off to Disney sing-along songs in some ways.
I have no freaking clue what you're on about. Um, uh,
Hold up.
I wasn't, I. When I was a kid, the only things I was really into Disney wise was I had a VHS of Dumbo, and because Dumbo is my favorite Disney movie. Um, and I'm sure you can guess why. Um,
Is it Casey Jr.?
Casey Jr. is the best Disney song, and also second best Disney song is I've never seen an elephant fly. Because seriously, say what you will
Oh
about the
yeah.
crows, they're actually really cool. I mean, it- the crows. Say what you will about the crows, they're actually really cool representation of like everybody says, oh, the crows are black stereotypes. The crows were performed by African American people. That's the thing. They
Yeah, exactly.
you say you say they're black stereotypes, but they're not black stereotypes because they are performed and based on black movements. They're black caricatures, not stereotypes. They're
Mm,
so they're respectful black caricatures. Any a black stereotype would have them with big pink lips, and they don't have big pink
I get
lips.
you.
So the the crows are cool and smooth and sophisticated. You know,
Yeah.
so that's why
Yeah.
that's why I like the crows. So, but yes, Casey Jr. is very cool. I love Casey Jr. and that's one of the things about Walt Disney is he loved trains. He loved trains. Obviously, Audrey loved trains, but Walt Disney loved trains, and his animators loved trains. The way
I
Casey
I never knew that.
Jr.'s oh Oob Iwerks loved steam. So in the early Walt Disney cartoons where Oob Iwerks is animating, you see
Uh-huh.
so much little detail. There's one where Mickey Mouse is working a steam shovel, where like there's
Oh yeah.
so much detail. It's building a building, and you see so
Oh
much
wow.
little detail in the steam shovel, just the
Yes.
little details put into the boiler that are just so impressive. And even though Casey Jr. was after Oob Iwerks left Disney, there's just you see when in the darkness when Casey Jr. is slowing down and as he's climbing the mountain, you see the heat of his firebox matches the beat of the song as he's going, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And you see the heat of his firebox match the beat of the song. It's just, there's so much little details that uh, um, show how much love Walt and his team would pour into train scenes. It's just amazing. And I can't remember who it was, but like it was not Walt. I mean, it was obviously Walt, but it was Walt and somebody else that would, you know, just basically play with the trains that became the Walt Disney Railroad. They were it was their garden railroad basically that became the Walt Disney Railroad, not literally at that location, but those trains were moved to the Walt Disney Railroad. The Disneyland Railroad.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of things you can say about Walt and especially the company today, but also Walt as a person. But his love of trains was commendable.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Laura earlier mentioned about that Mickey's Fun Songs video thing. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
here's a
yeah,
link
yeah.
to it.
Sorry, I did totally just
Yeah.
derail the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, here's a link to the one of the videos. Funny enough, this is one of one I grew up watching.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I said in another chat in another server that for I'm eventually going to do a big thing that's like a whole retelling of the entire series, like all of Thomas.
Oh
And I
yeah.
wanted to do and like, oh, what do I do for Henry and the Elephant? And what I'm going to do is like my gag for the circus in Henry and the Elephant is, oh, it's a big famous American circus. And so like I'm you know debating, oh, am I going to make it like the circus from the Batman universe
Oh yeah.
Or am I going to make it a reference to the circus from Dumbo, the original Dumbo, not the live action Dumbo? And I got
Exactly, because the
convinced to make
original's
it,
the good stuff.
a reference to the circus from the animated Dumbo. And the reference is going to be, and I'm so proud of how I made this reference, because the reference in the original Dumbo is just um, WDP Circus, which is obviously just a reference to um, uh, uh, Walt Disney Productions. But I figured I can make it a bunch of references in one if I de-initialize it. So it's going to be the Ward Davis Paramount Circus in my universe,
Oh
which
yeah.
is obviously Ward Kimball, but then also Arthur Davis of Warner Brothers, and then Paramount for Paramount Pictures, who distributed the Fleischer cartoons. So it's just three references that are
Oh
all a reference to the golden age of animation, like the golden age of old
yeah.
animation. Yeah, the DC Universe one is CC Haley and Norton Bros Circus, but I already have them as existing in mine, and I wanted to do a different reference. So like I have lorries and vans and stuff that are branded
Yeah.
for CC Haley. Mm. Also, I looked it up, and Calliope was a Greek muse, goddess of epic poetry.
That makes sense.
A calliope is a North American musical instrument that produces sound by sending gas, originally steam, or more recently compressed air, through large whistles, originally locomotive whistle.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And was very popular on sternwheelers, a type of paddle steamer. A calliope is typically very loud. Even some small calliopes are audible. That's a word I have a problem with. For miles, there's no way to vary tone or volume. Musically, the only expression possible is the pitch, rhythm, and duration of the notes. A steam
Yeah.
calliope is also known as a steam organ or a steam piano.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? That reminds me. I remember. Okay, so I remember like watching this one program years ago called Awesome Trains, and then in the second tape, it featured a train that has a fully functioning steam organ.
Wasn't there an episode of wasn't there one wasn't there an episode of the CGI series where Percy powered a calliope and it played the original theme?
Yeah, it was in series 16. I know.
Yeah, that's a cute little reference. That's just a cute reference. I want to get audio of I want to get audio. I want to get like extracted audio of him playing the original theme on the Calliope and use that as like uh uh um for
Oh, definitely.
for a, merry-go-round or a for a fairground organ. Um,
Yeah.
actually, uh, I watch a guy on YouTube, and occasionally I haven't watched him in a while, but he has we call him a hurdy-gurdy, but that's not what they actually are. But a street organ. He has plans for a street organ. Um, if you
Ooh.
don't if you don't know what a street organ is, it's what an organ grinder plays. It's the classic image of like a guy with a monkey playing cranking a handle on a box.
Oh,
Yeah, people call them
I know
hurdy-gurdies.
exactly the one you're talking about.
Yeah, people call them
I
hurdy-gurdies, but
remember.
hurdy-gurdies are actually a
Yeah,
hand cranked violin
yeah.
from the Middle East.
I
Um,
I I remember there was a character in Madeline who had something exactly like that.
Madeline is the which one's Madeline? Is that the
The little red,
French book?
little red. Yeah, 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 yeah. Little redhead French girl character.
Yeah, yeah, the one that's the is that the French book or is that the Roald Dahl book? Which one's the Roald Dahl book?
Let me check. Uh, here it is. Yes, so Madeline was written by Ludwig. I'm about to butcher this last name. I apologize, but Ludwig Bemel
Oh, okay, the French one.
Bemelmans.
Not the one that had not the one that was Roald Dahl or whatever his name is. Well, Roald Dahl is definitely the name, but it's somebody else who wrote it. But the one that had the movie with the guy who played Perot in it. Is it
Ah,
Perot?
I
Now I have to
don't
look that up.
know.
The gal who went to the boarding school.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what's her name?
It's Madeline, isn't it? The Madeline or
No, it
something.
wasn't Madeline. It was Matilda.
Oh, that.
Matilda.
I
Oh, I
was
love
see.
Matilda. Also,
I,
be right back.
yeah, in terms of like character beginning with M, I was thinking you're not thinking of Matilda. You definitely it's no. Is that what you're on about the whole time?
I was talking. So I got Matilda and Madeline mixed up. That's all that happened. I just
Uh,
got two names mixed up. That's all that
that's fine.
happened. Just got two names that are semi similar mixed up. No. So in uh, what were we talking about again? So we got. How did we get onto Madeline anyway? Where how did we get to talking about Matilda and me, or Madeline and me talking about Matilda? Um, I was gonna ask about shit. See, now I got my train of thought crossed. My see see see. This was a joke a long time ago where I would say where people in my family would say your train of thought derailed, and I would say no, my train of thought never derailed. It was just hauling nuclear waste the whole time.
A train promise.
Is this supposed to be a church?
Hmm.
Oh, because it doesn't look very churchy. It looks like a manor house.
Well, it belongs. There's the church. But
Oh, okay. It's part of the church. It's
yeah,
the
yeah,
crypt
whatever.
or something.
Yeah, it's the tea house.
It's on church property.
Yeah, it's holy. It's holy land.
Holy Land.
Yeah,
I don't think that's what you call it. I think you call it church property.
holy land.
um. Oh, I think we were talking. Were we still talking about Calliopes? We might have been still talking about Calliopes or something. Maybe. Um. I think. Who was that anyway? Was that Wisteria? That might have been Wisteria who was talking
Chris,
about
yeah.
the muted. So the bird. Are you currently streaming or is it just call right now?
It's streaming call.
Oh, okay. Because we never ended up talking about the stuff we needed to talk about yesterday, but if you're still streaming, I don't want to. Yeah. These little cottages look much better than the old ones do.
Yeah.
Very pretty. Very detailed.
The backs aren't though, but yeah.
Well, it's the front that matters most of the time. If you need one that's, detailed on the front and back, you'll find one or whatever. I like that pillar from the hybrid. Very nice. Oh, that's right. I had Gary's mod open. Oh, I don't need that open anymore. I had a. Oh, there it is. I had a uh version of I have a like a reskin of Jay Holland's um merry-go-round that is.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back. I had a version
you.
of Jay Holland's merry-go-round that has the bonus theme from Yoshi's Island done in a Calliope
Oh,
style.
hey.
Actually, very cool. Doom doo doo doom doo doom doo doo. Dee dum dee dum doo. Dum da da dum da da da.
I know, like, whenever I think of Yoshi's Island, I always think about that.
Do you think of the video where he screams it?
Yeah.
What is with the meme where he's apparently committing tax fraud? I don't get it.
I don't know.
It's funny, but I don't get it.
You know you've got to do the gardens and the walls and shit. You can't be bothered.
Hmm?
And you've got to do like the gardens and the walls and the shit. You just really, really
Oh
can't be
yeah,
able to.
gardens, yeah. Na, 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 na.
What the heck?
What the heck? What?
Apparently someone's PSP exploded.
Somebody's what?
PSP.
PlayStation Portable?
Someone peed themselves and they exploded.
I sent link in live stream chat.
Oh yeah, no, that's not a bug. It's a feature.
Yeah, apparently the battery in the PSP exploded.
That's a feature. Obviously. I know. Am I being smoothly grooved? What version? Okay, a new error. Is that before or after 12? That's after 12, right?
Huh?
I was asking Ty what version he used, and then I saw I could see it in the window that it's a new error.
Mm.
And then I was asking if that's before or after 12. I couldn't remember.
I
And
think Taint came out after 12.
okay, so he can use the stuff I put out because I put out 12 stuff, even though I use 19.
Yeah.
Because 12 is
Actually,
the earliest you can
mm,
put onto the DLC.
yeah. Funny enough, though, my first ever trains that I ever used was actually 12.
The first trains I ever used was 06, I think. Maybe 04. But it was like a
the ones I
budget
remember.
bin title. It like I used if it was
Uh,
04, then I got it in the budget bin.
yeah. I think the ones I did own were 12, Pain. No, no, no. It was 12 first, and then 9 and 10 via that one disc with like two codes, and then Tane, and then 19,
I have
and then 19
owned.
Platinum.
I know I owned 6 for sure. If I owned 4, it was out of a budget bin. Then 12, 10, 19, and 22. Which is what I'm using right now. Actually, I'm not using 19. I'm using 22. But I can put out stuff
Yeah.
for. I can when I upload to the DLS, I upload with everything. You know, I just upload reskins of Jay Holland's content, and it's
Oh, yeah.
12 compatible. So if like Ty wants any like bespoke Jay Holland reskins, I can do that for him. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Like if he wants like Jay Holland lorries that are like tied to a specific location, I can do that. I can do that. I have to have stuff that is like the generic vans, but made to look like made to have the give me a second here, the number plates automatically random. So if he wants those, just say the word.
I can't lie, with the number plates thing, that'd be hard. I hate
What'd you say?
typing with it. I said with the number plates thing, that would be. Oh, can you all hear me?
Give me a second here. I need to turn you up. What'd you say? One more time?
I said the number plates thing would be cool actually, because I'm not gonna lie, I do hate typing with them. It's
You hate
annoying.
doing that? Yeah, I did too. That's why I started doing it.
Yeah, it's just horrible.
Yeah, I absolutely hate doing the number plates. Like what I had to do was I'd put down the car, and then
Mm,
I'd put down the old. I have to find the I put down the Land Rover, the scenery Land Rover that would randomly put down the numbers, but then that
mm,
broke and wouldn't show it anymore.
mm,
But it was a Land Rover asset that would randomly do it. And then I
mm,
just said, you know what? I'm going to steal the scripting from this Land Rover asset and put it in the Jay Holland assets. So
mm,
now I have like a little piece of like a little document on my desktop that just has the scripting set for that, like the way that Land Rover does it.
mm.
And this is what it says. It's actually kind of funny. Give me a second here. Let me find it. Trades tech stuff. End boards. It says number plate registration has been disabled for this vehicle. Number plates are instead generated randomly for each boot up for this route or session. Have a nice day. And then I have a bigger one for this for the buses, because the buses are done specially. You need to make 4 entries in the input box above, separated by commas with no spaces before or after the commas. Enter as follows: the route number, the final destination, usually in capitals, and up to 2 secondary destinations. If a blank line is desired, simply enter a space, then a comma, and the line will be skipped. Due to limitations of blah, 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 blah. Do not enter registration information. The script will input that for you auto-magically.
Okay, fair enough.
So I have a whole bunch of stuff, and I've got like here. Actually, I'll take a couple screenshots. I've got like, I know you guys, your buses are really nice, but I have like buses with ads and stuff like that, and the ads are all references and stuff. So if you want them, you can have them.
What are they
The
the
buses are all based on buses from the show. I don't have any, and some from the magazines, but I've got like double-decker buses that are based on Bulgy. I've got single decker buses that are based on Birdie. I've got double decker buses that are based on the double decker bus, the green double decker bus. I've got single decker buses
have you
that
ever
are
seen
based on.
you ever seen the season one double decker bus, bro?
Huh?
The season one and two double decker bus prop that
Yeah,
you
they're vaguely based on that. I hadn't seen it in full.
yeah, it's hard
That's
to see.
why it looks like this. Here, let me show you. Let me get a screenshot. I can't remember what my screenshot. No, continue. Okay. Uh, okay, here we go. It's in live stream chat. So this is what the green double deckers look like. My green double deckers look like, at least. And then my green single deckers look like this. And that's all I have is just red double deckers, red single deckers, green double deckers, green single deckers, and a blue double decker or single decker that's a coach based on blue algae. And the green single deckers are based on green algae.
Love algae.
I do actually like algae. So, and they're just all my lorries and vans and buses are just based off of Jay Holland's reskinnable stuff. That's it. That's all there is to it. No special things. I have some cars that are supposed to be like Sir Topham Hatt's cars. That are also reskins of Jay Holland's stuff. Some with white walls.
Oh yeah. You know what? I just had this funny thought. So we have a bus called Algae, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
But what if there was a bus? What if there was a bus called Seaweed?
Seaweed. That actually, I might do that. I might have a scene where algae shows up and somebody derisively calls him seaweed.
Or Kelp?
Kelp calls him kelp. You know those iconic blue and orange lorries that everybody uses that are really old?
Blue and orange ones. Oh yeah,
Yeah, the blue and orange ones.
yeah.
They're like cyan and
I
orange
didn't even
ones.
know they existed.
Oh, they're classic. They're really old. I have replacements for them that I use all the time. Look in live stream chat.
Ah, okay.
I'm maybe a little too proud of that pun. It's a really bad pun, but I like it. It's very. It's.
Oh,
Somebody
and we
left
lost him.
because of that pun.
Oh, it was Neil.
It was Neil. Neil left because of my pun. So yeah, this is just me showing off some of my stuff.
I got you.
Most of it being dumb punnery or references and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I never shut off. Let me see here. Here we go. I'll show this one up. Got lots of good ads on my double-decker buses. What I really love the most is that like Bergen Truck and Beer at Peel Godred kind of makes sense because like there's that whole thing about who was it? I can't remember his name, but one of the Godreds.
Right.
Was it one of the Godreds? Yeah, it had to have been one of the. No, it was Machan. Now I have to look it up. But the one of the kings of Sodor, or one of the bishops of Sodor, hid himself. No, it was one of the kings. One of the kings of Sodor hermited away at under like in a cave at Fell, which made him a king under the mountain, which is what Bergentrucken means. It in bad grammar. So like, you know, it's a reference to Undertale, but it's also like literally what happened at Fell. So it's like,
Oh, falling down.
well, no, Bergentrucken. Oh,
Ah.
I'll show you. I haven't shown this one yet. I haven't shown you this one
Okay.
yet. Let me show you. This is one. This is the one that I'll also look up who it was that is crazy for this reskin. Tell you who it is, rather. It's
That is clever.
thank you. Thank you. It's really not, but thank you. It's remnants. Saltfur. Saltfur is crazy for my reskins. And it's
Oh
because
yeah.
of that reskin right there. But they also love all my music reference reskins. Like, and now I'm gonna show you some of my my truck, my like wagon reskins that I've done recently. And they're both based off of music groups.
Wait, what?
They're both based off of music groups. So Timoth, Marin, Barrow, Gravels initializes to TMBG, as in They Might Be Giants.
Oh, they might be giants.
And also the one that I always show off is number 18 as in Apollo 18, one of their albums.
Oh, that's clever.
And then Andrews, Andrews, and Andrews is a reference to the Andrews sisters. And all of the numbers are a Decca recording matrix of a Andrews sisters song. I have to look up the ones that I used. But I think it's
that's clever.
I think it's I think the ones I used are By Mir Bistushane is the one up here. Which Hold Tight, Beer Barrel Polka, Well All Right, Yodel and Jive, Beat Me Daddy, 8 to the Bar, The Strip Polka,
Beat
Straighten
me
Up and
what?
Fly Right. Beat Me Daddy, 8 to the Bar, it's a classic. I know, it sounds funny, but this was a slightly more innocent time. The Strip Polka, Straighten Up and Fly Right, Rum and Coca-Cola, and Christmas Island, which is the Andrews sisters with Guy Lombardo, which is a great song. And then I just this is so I do a lot of reskins of Jono's wagons, Welshie's wagons,
Mm.
and also obviously Jay Holland's stuff.
Mm. You're right.
Okay.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Mhm. But jazzy about the DW line building that they don't come with doors on the back. Annoying.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah.
Unplugged and plugged my microphone back in, and the weird buzzing that I was getting is no longer there.
I'm gonna do for this garden. I'm just put a barbecue in it. A trampoline because kiddos in.
Yo, Eli, what's good?
It's curse time. Liam's muddles a curse. I'm joking.
Why did I think
I
for a
was
second T-Jock
performing
actually
for
came?
Leon's models.
I really thought it was T-Jock coming in for a sec.
Pretty much been working, not working, but I've been doing classes for Swapper starting today.
Mm.
It was boring, but it was at least entertaining in the part where you could equip some of it. You could put on some of the equipment that you would expect for safety.
Practical shit was always the best part of school.
Oh no, all the money's gone. I'm currently riding my bicycle to home right now. I'm expected to go back to campus because there's an aircraft on display right now.
Oh yeah.
It's a weird looking fucking aircraft. Such a weird looker. Like it's nothing of any aircraft I've seen before. I can't even characterize which company it's from anyway. Big old traffic for next day. Shows how busy the Monday was.
Oh wait, what happened?
Yeah, Chris, where I am right now, there's a lot of traffic. The big old crossings. Yeah, man. There was a fire that happened in Epcot earlier.
Wait, what?
I checked the news. Apparently, it was a fire at Epcot, but no one was injured.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I was there
Well, I'm glad to hear no
just
one got
weeks
it.
earlier. Yeah, I was there just weeks earlier. How weird it. Okay, wait, there are people crossing already.
Well, apparently details on what caused the fire are still unknown. However, Disney officials confirmed that the fire has now been extinguished. And this was 9 hours ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no one's been injured from what I could see. A lot of videos of it. Can't tell whether or not if I'm gonna be bicycling every single day to school for this half swap or training, but at least it's something new and other than classes.
Oh, it looks like there's been an update.
An update.
Yeah, it looks like they found the cause of what caused the fire at Epcot.
It was
A
what was
walk-in
it?
cooler.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So
shocking,
the
isn't it?
walk-in cooler
The thing that
behind the
cools
France
people,
Havalon?
the thing that cools people overheated and caused a fire. What a twist!
Yeah. What a that is definitely a plot twist.
What a twist! Oh shit! I'm gonna miss my path.
Oh no.
Yep, made it.
Mhm. Ah, car park.
It's a low-hanging Cessna 172 flying above me. Oh, here comes the shuttles. Okay, I made it. Shit. Okay. To the computer. What's the three? I'm gonna charge my phone. I've got no more cash. I gotta withdraw some money soon. Okay, computer gaming. Crovengate. Oh shit, Rexoljet is making more videos of his background engines. You might hear my actual reaction while reacted in this video.
Right.
Let's check the live stream chat. Okay, we got basically a lot of comments. Yeah, a lot of freaking comments in the chat. Seen those fire alarms again. Yeah, it sounds like they are. What the hell? It sounds so weird. And I can hear them from so far. Here we go. Holy shit. Here we go. What the I can't tell the timer. It's just squiggly shapes. Oh, it's a minute and 4 second free set. So it's 1 more minute. $18 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna get some food, so I'm gonna end the stream here. Hello.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, cheers everyone for watching and stuff. So